Coffee of 2026. Thank you to Senior Citizen Center for hosting today. They had hoped to be in their new building, but it's coming. It's coming, right? Sometimes things take just a little bit longer than what we hope for them to be, and we just have to wait just a little while longer. But we are happy to be here today. Thank you for breakfast. Thank you for coffee. And
yeah, got some new faces that haven't been here before, so welcome. We're glad to have you. You're coming to check it out next month, right? So you know what you're signed up for. Yeah.
Yes. So you know where community coffee next month will be at KNS. And that will be our legislative eggs and issues next month. So we'll have some representatives here for that. So Edith, do you want to tell us a bit about
Tell us about what's going on, what's coming.
Yeah, what's coming. We wanted to be, as like you said, already in the new building, but that didn't happen. We still don't have electricity. We finally got 2 weeks ago gas died in and everything, but we do not have electricity. That has nothing to do sadly with our contractor. They did everything what they could. That has some other issues, but we were sold that. We got word this week. The new electricity will come on the 28th because we need a three-phase pole, a new transformer, and a bore team, and so that takes. And then we buy that in, then they heat the building up, put the floorings in, put the last touches on, and then we finally can move. But it looks like it will be March. Sadly, 2 months later than planned, but as long as we get there. We are very thankful for our commissioners who applied for the grants. We are building the building. Sadly, the grant was not as big as the bids for the building, so we are stuck a little bit on the money. We had some state grants which could pay some of the kitchen items, but we are still lacking a little bit on funding, so if you find something somewhere in your pockets, we're still short on $11,000 an hour ago. We appreciate every little single dollar. And right now we're serving about 70 to 80 people daily here in Alva. Homebound will get home-delivered meals. They are hot, they are nice, they are usually there by no later than 11:30 by now. Arden and Nikki do that since over 27 years. We have some other regular volunteers, but if you find an hour or a half hour and would like to volunteer, volunteers are always welcome. We're always a little short sometimes when somebody's sick or going on vacation. And the rest of the people come here in the house and eat lunch at noon. Robin is here. She is for the senior citizens. She does now activities. She started that. We are thankful for that. Bingo and pool tournaments and things like that. So it's getting a little more. Other than that, they do cards and vessels, and the most important stuff for the most of them is the company. A lot of our clients are alone, so those we get the meals delivered. That's a daily welfare check. And luckily we have that because we have situation we needed to call 911 and get them help, and so that's very important. And then here it's the company, so they are not as lonely. But I do have my CAO for Meals on Wheels here too, and Jay Betts, and he would like to talk a little bit about our program also.
thank you, Edith.
Thank you, Edith. It's a pleasure working with Edith and all she does in Northwest Oklahoma with various towns and senior facilities. And we were talking, Jake and I, about at this point in my life, I realized in a very short amount of time I could be on either side of the senior services equation. I'm fortunate right now to be able to manage the Meals on Wheels operation in Tulsa, and then early in my time there, we got involved with some of the operations out in southwest and northwest Oklahoma, and that's how I got to know Edith and what goes on here. And clearly we hear a lot about what's going on. We the congregate meals, the home delivery meals, and what a fabulous job they do, and what good people we have out here. Been particularly tied into what's going on facility and the very generous people in this area who have pitched in to help make that reality. That's nice to see come together. Edith, you got a nice fundraising act there. First time I've seen that in action, need to bring it back to Tulsa. But it is a privilege to serve seniors. In Tulsa, we have a facility and a fairly large kitchen, and we serve mainly just home delivery meals there. We do not do congregate meals at this point in Tulsa. And so we serve about 1,400 clients a day with home delivery meals. And the most gratifying thing is the people who volunteer to do this. Just see the relationships that get built. And a lot of them are very long-lasting relationships, and in some ways, delivering the meal is an excuse to have contact with somebody. Some people who are very isolated, who may see somebody only once a week, and some of the situations you run into. I try to deliver meals occasionally, and it's just every single place you call on is a different story. And then the volunteers all have stories. Some volunteer was in our office at the end of the day yesterday, and he had a Pacific Bell jacket on, back when there was the Bell telephone systems, and that hasn't been around in a while. I said, so you worked at Pac Bell, huh? Yeah. Back when I was younger, I was out in California for 5 years, and one of the first installations I had was in an apartment complex, with a certain apartment number, and I went there, and there was 3 young ladies in that apartment, and I looked at the most beautiful women, I married her. So they've been married 48 years. And so it's just fun hearing all these stories, and it's really a neat part of life. So I just want to say, we're fairly in touch with what goes on here, but this is the first time I've been out in this area. I've been wanting to get back out here. Don't know if this bothers anybody. I'm originally an Easterner. Came from Rhode Island. Also Oklahoma back in 1973 to go to Oral Roberts University. And if you had told me 52 years later I could still be here, I would have probably told you you were nuts. And so, but I've been in Tulsa 53 years. Grown to love it. One of my early friends in school back in 73 took me out to Fort Supply. And Tulsa wasn't quite what I had envisioned as an Easterner for Oklahoma. Fort Supply was. Sagebrush, tumbleweed, all that. But I really loved it out there. They had a cattle ranch. They operated the Phillips 66 on 412 in that town. And then my other roommate, midway through my schooling, was from Cherokee. So that was probably 1975 that I was passed out here. So I was looking forward to the opportunity to get back out to this area. It's been fun being in here and meeting some folks already this morning with a fabulous bunch of people. I just want to say, we're all in the same business, really, and I really do appreciate your support for the Alva operation and just your willingness to serve those in need. So, any questions? That's my story. We love Edith.
So $11,000 is what you're lacking. So that's 11 people giving $1,000, or 22 people giving $500, or 44 people giving $250. So if we look out here, that really doesn't seem that outlandish, right, to cover that. And eventually all of us will want to access the Senior Citizen Center, so you can just say that you're paying into your future.
We had some very generous donations, like the parking lot was not in the plan, it had to be cut out. And we had there a very generous donation from somebody in Woods County who paid for the whole thing. So,
Wonderful.
couldn't be better out here.
So aside from monetary donations, people can help out by delivering Meals on Wheels?
Yes.
And what would that entail?
So usually the meals are here done by 10 o'clock, and a volunteer comes in, it's all packed. We have a cold pot and we have a hot pot, if it's both one or the other way. And then There are lists where the addresses is on, and it takes about a half an hour, 45 minutes to deliver, because we have 4 routes, so it's not too much for a person to do that. And then every 2 weeks, it's a little more, because they get milk. State requires to serve milk with each meal. Here they can choose it and how we deliver to those homebound people, except if somebody says, well, I do not drink milk, please do not serve milk. But other than that, it's a half gallon every 2 weeks, so that's the milk is required. Yeah, and then they bring the equipment back and then they can go, but every volunteer is welcome also to eat. So it's eligible as a volunteer to eat here with our seniors, so if you want to come and eat with them, you're more than welcome as a volunteer. Other than that, we charge $7 a meal for guests. We just need to know always the day before if somebody attends, because we work with reservations, so we don't throw the meals out in the trash because it's not eaten and we don't want that waste. We don't waste it usually. We ask our seniors if somebody wants a leftover meal because somebody maybe did not attend because he got sick, but we try to not overcook because that costs money and then Jay doesn't.
Robin, did you have something back there?
Yeah, I'm just wondering about the table issue.
I will make some phone calls about that next week.
Well,
We'll figure it out.
from our end, we're very, very proud to have the Senior Citizens Center here. I've been down here and given some broad talks on behalf of the bank, and Bankit has helped a little bit on some things. So it is very, I mean, the people down here are, what I love about Alva is the heart that go into everything that we do, and the generosity that does flow throughout. So those volunteers are really important. The folks here get really excited when a guest shows up, and they can't wait to talk to you and share their story with you. And as we all know, we all have our stories, and that's part of the connection that is so important everywhere, that we see people as, you know, a connection you can make with them and not just a blank slate that you know nothing about, get to know who is. And that's kind of, I think, Jody and our mission too on the chamber side is just let's make connections. So, thank you.
Thank you for hosting us today.
Oh, we're I'm glad you are here.
So,
All right, announcements?
announcements.
What do we got?
Well, first off, we're just going to call out what's happening today.
Oh, yes.
We've got a big afternoon of cleaning up from Christmas today, unwrapping some trees, getting busy, you know, like going the opposite way from where we went back in November when we wrapped those trees. We're going to unwrap. And
We got lots of, I think we got a pretty good amount of volunteers. I'm really excited about how many people are showing up to help. The BJCC is going to bring some guys down to help with some of the bigger lifting things and help with that luminary tree. The city of Alva's bringing a bucket truck to help with the luminary tree. Joey's bringing some people and some massive things. I don't know whether he's being massive, but he's going to come down and bring some guys. Southern Star's going to come down and help. So I'm feeling really good about it because Jody's not even going to be here.
My niece is getting married this weekend. That's what I told her. I said, okay, so
You pick this day.
I said, on this day, I'm not
Yeah.
going to be able to be there that day.
Hopefully
So.
we'll have some Northwestern students come down. So no.
But we do have the tree. The tree is down already. That got cut into firewood, and so we've got that down already, and the lights already up that are already put away, and then
The high school students are going to come down and clean the windows for everybody that decorated windows and try to help with that. So again, we're seeing a really, really collaborative spirit within the town, and we're pretty excited about that. So that doesn't mean don't show up if I just said that. You might just
And in saying that Southern Star is here, Stuart, where are you from?
I live west of Enid,
Okay.
but just recently relocated. I was in Alva about 16 years ago. I was a corrosion technician here.
Okay.
So I bounced around with the company and then returned. Our parents are getting older. My wife and I, they live in Moultrie and Drummond, and so we're back to help them out
And to volunteer.
Town. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here today, along with Brad with Southern Star. All right. And yeah, any other community updates going on? Anybody have anything to say?
I'd like to announce that Northwest Technology Center will be having a truck driver training class that starts March the 9th and will run through April the 15th. The class starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, runs till 4 come by to the school and we'll be happy to help them.
Also, Scott Brown's doing a really nice leadership, good-sized seminar, so if you've got employees that you'd like to send to a leadership class, that looks like it's going to be a good one.
Haley, you had in the newsletter with some stuff I had messaged you about. Are you ready to speak on like review all
yeah,
of these?
I can.
Yeah.
Awkward. I'm sorry, I'm gonna turn my back to you guys. It's more expensive. Recently, the school, Northwest Technology Center, has received a live plan subscription, and that is a really cool cloud-based platform to build business plans, financial projections, set some data and some metrics as you move forward, whether you're an early stage business or kind of startup business. I think it'll be really helpful as we move forward and continue with things like the business model competition and some other things. But if you're interested in that, please reach out to me. If you're an early stage business, there's also some really cool platforms or metrics within it. If you use QuickBooks or other data software, you can upload your information and then set goals from that, and it'll help you track that. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and we can get you set up with a profile.
Okay, and then Bankett's quarter for, and going until March 30th, is the Girl Scout hut. They're trying to raise, they've got a pretty nice grant from Share to finish that renovation, and then they're lacking about $15,000, but I would let you know more than that. Steve? Good job,
So,
Scott.
yeah, I know that they've been, the Girl Scout leaders have been planning with the girls and working with several entities at once. And so, we're looking at new roof, basically refitting their, so I'm kind of on the spot.
I know.
But, so refitting the roof, basically adding some structural integrity to the roof, because we've noticed that the ceiling is sagging, and it's about a 5 to 6 inch sag to the center of the building. So we're really concerned about that. So that's the primary. But then also we want to make sure that we get some decent siding on there to weatherproof, because we have a lot of bugs and we have a lot of draft. But we're also sensitive to the fact that it's a historical place, so it will look different, but it will not look fundamentally different. So we're going to remain, kind of keep the same basic shape, the same basic.
So how many years have you personally been working on trying to get this updated?
I mean, we've done different things over the years. We put in a new floor, I renovated the bathrooms, worked on the kitchen a little bit. But to answer your question, it's probably about 12 years that we've been working on that.
It seems longer than that, because I know that because I had a little girl in Girl Scouts way back when with this, when you and Amber were helping with that, and the kids are always trying to raise funds to help that facility, because there are bugs in it, and they just want to come down there and have a nice safe place to be. So this is the closest I think we've been. So what they've done also is that it was kind of under the Girl Scout of America hat, and now they've shifted that to a nonprofit so they can receive better grants for it and kind of separate that so it's now a City of Alva. I don't know the exact details of that, but they've separated that off so they can receive the grants that they need to get that. And it is historical. It's the biggest one in the state. First one maybe, first hut that was
I don't
designated
know that it's
Girl
the
Scout.
first one. My understanding is it's the only hut in the state that will be managed by local service. And it is through the Friends of Play. So the Alva Friends of Play that is the larger umbrella. And there are historical things like inside there's a fireplace, which is, we've had it inspected. It's not, we can't use it as a fireplace with wood, but it's a star fireplace, so there's a nice brick that's in memory of Star, who was a champion of the Girl Scout. And then there's an actual old, in the masonry work of the fireplace, Girl Scout emblem. So it's a pretty neat
It is a neat place, and some of you will remember having, family reunions there when you were younger, so we would like to keep it going, so that's another area of need for, so the cool thing about Bankit is you stop by your bank and donate, and each of the local banks might donate a portion of what you donated to match it, so it's pretty cool.
And I'd like to address, his wife brought one of the little troops, and they brought a little bag at Christmas time for everybody here at the senior citizens. We appreciate it.
They are giving back, it's kind of quiet, you don't see it, but their leaders are always trying to figure out how to create the future of people that are giving back, so it's a big story.
Any updates from Northwestern?
Play Southwestern next Thursday in basketball, but it's been actually kind of a slow start to the semester, so.
So show up.
Event-wise, I can say.
Show up and cheer on the Rangers.
Yes.
But what homecoming tonight, and Jason Boland tomorrow, the nightlight.
Yeah. Does Carly, do you have a band?
No.
Also?
They got
band?
yoga tomorrow morning.
anybody that's interested in knowing my mindset or the direction of influence I'd like to have on the city if elected is more than welcome to follow my Joey Melton for Mayor Facebook page. It explains a lot of my mindset, my background, the qualifications that I feel that I have, and probably one of my main objectives would be to bridge the gap between the government and the public, because it's kind of unfair to beat up the government if the public's not putting in input, and so there's some ground to be made there to bring people together so we can better serve the public, or the public can better assist their politicians, government in helping them with their needs.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up today.
Yes.
Any other announcements for today? Oh, along with the mayoral, Arden reminded me, along with the mayoral candidate being here, there is a forum that will be happening on January 29th. And then again, there's also one on the 23rd that they will be meeting with KLB. Is that correct? Yeah? Yeah. So I don't think there's a flyer yet, but saw the flyer for the 29th. But that will be in our newsletter. That one is in our newsletter, the one on the 29th. So make sure that you're subscribed to our newsletter. You can do that at alvaok.net. And we try to put absolutely everything that we know of that is going on. So it is a little bit long, but that's your go-to spot for all the flyers that are happening. I loved receiving yours on Monday from the tech center. So if you're not signed up for that one, make sure you get on that. And I have stolen lots of flyers from there so that we can put it in ours as
And
well.
the calendar too. She's kind of got the calendar all, you submit something and you go to her page and everything is just there and it has a flyer attached or the dates attached. And
We're, since we've updated our system, it's made it a lot easier to have a user-friendly this calendar system there so that we can keep on top of all of the things and have one go-to place. No, I mean, yes, follow all of the places, but hey, if you're wondering what's going on specifically today in Alva, it's going to be, hopefully, unless I've missed putting it on there, on the...
And then the gala.
The gala!
Got a date.
That's right.
Got a plan.
Yeah, nominations are open. So if you open up to the center of the Alva Review-Courier newsgram, the nomination form is right there in the center from this last week. It was also put out in our newsletter, and it's also on our website at alvaok.net/events/gala. And there's a button there where you can click on that if you want to.
Or rip it out of the newsgram and bring it by and
drop it off to us. And so make sure you put those nominations in for our gala. The date is corresponding date from last year, same time. It is March 27th, so that's a Friday night, March 27th, and the theme is Prom Night at the Nightlight. So if the Nightlight is not a place that you frequent, this is your opportunity to go check it out and
Either way, you need to go check it out whenever it's not a rave. I don't know. But do, because it's an incredible facility and it's very neat to see how it's set up.
And creating it into a venue, not necessarily a nightclub, but a venue is what they have put it out as. It's not the Golden Slipper.
For those of us
back in
with
the day.
bedtimes.
But that's where it's going to be this year, and so we're really excited about that, getting up for that. And so mark your calendars for March 27th so that you can come celebrate the citizens of Alva, because it is the Citizens' Choice Awards, and so the citizens are the ones that put in the nominations for all of the people who are honored at the gala. And nominations cease on January 31st, and then our group will get together, see who those top 3 nominations are in each category, and then the next week we will announce those top 3 in each category. So at the next coffee, we'll be talking about that, because we'll be voting on the top 3 at the next community.
And like you said, the next community coffee is going to be the legislative ones. If you've got questions, concerns, bring those. We'd love to have a really good showing for that, to let them know that Alva cares about what's going on. So we should do that.
And that's going to be at KF Tire.
Yes.
So.
Would
Any
you like to
questions
say
of us?
anything?
It's a lot of information thrown at you within the first hour of the day. So.
I just wanted to comment on your mural at the Chamber
your office, that looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank
I
you.
agree.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. I've got some more stuff that I want to do to it, but it's getting there.
We're hoping that way when people do come visit, because she and Tricia both have people stop by every day, and so to have them be able to maybe post that, like, hey, look at me.
Yeah, take a photo right there. I've been pulling them outside to take a photo of them when they drop in. When people are either pulling through town and are curious, sometimes we have people come in and want a map, or they want to know what's to do in the area. Had someone come in this week. They were dropping off their kiddo at college. First time student at Northwestern. He's a football player from Victoria, Texas, and his parents came to drop by I actually I wasn't supposed to be there at that time, but I came back to the office to drop something off, and I noticed they pulled up, so I run in and unlock it real quick. But got to chat with them for a little while, and they just wanted to see what was going on in the area. And so it helps also that I'm with the Wesley House, I'm the director of the Wesley House, so we have that campus ministry, and was able to tell them, hey, sometimes you get tired of cafeteria food, and we've got these ministries that serve a free home-cooked meal. Make sure to send your son on Tuesday at the Bible Chair, Wednesday at the BCM, Thursday at the Wesley House, because you know what, sometimes when you're a long way from home, you want some fresh cooked food. So anyway, and so I think it's important. I think that I tell people all the time, it's the people that make Alva. I mean, there are people who have come here to Northwestern, and they chose to stay here. I mean, or is anybody, I mean, Kelsey, you're one of those people, right? Or, no, you didn't come to Northwestern. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, I mean, I came to Northwestern, and I ended up staying here. And there's a lot of people in town that I hear their stories that they came here because of Northwestern, and then they ended up staying here because of the connections that they made within the community. And so I think that it's really important that we know that we are representative to those kids. And sometimes they get stuck on campus and forget that we have a community outside of campus. And so when we see them out and about, be friendly, see what they need, see how we can help them.
Okay, and as always, if you see something you want to know about, or find more about, or tell us what we're doing wrong, we're doors open, so let us know.
Thanks for coming to.
Amazing.
I was the one I asked. I'm just saying, like, the door's open, we love to talk about it.
And also, I also want to say we've got several representatives from our board today. So
Raise your hand if you're on board. We love you, thank you.
So Alex didn't raise his
Sorry,
hand.
I was being asked a question. I was trying to help. I'm a helpful guy. What time do we plan on starting the gala party? Is it 6?
5:30. Doors open at 5:30.
He was trying to
See,
help
good
me.
thing,
Yes.
good thing
And
we were distracted.
we're in works with Connor on that. Like there's potentially an after prom.
Okay.
So we're working on that. We're working out some details, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
We're really hoping for some promposals from these people, from all of you. I'm planning to do it. I'm going to do a promposal for my guests. If I get your outfits ready.
Yeah.
Get your outfits ready.
Go prom has some shopping.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been
Promenade.
the promenade.
Oh my gosh. Bring your trackers.
So we've got lots of thoughts and ideas. We're excited about that. We're just going to have a lot of fun with it. That's our plan. Have a lot of fun with it. Let's relive the prom days and have the awkward prom photo.
Or if you had a terrible prom, let's make it a good one.
Yeah.
Let's change that. All right,